Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be working on the CRV again. And as you know, or if you don't know, I live here in Alabama and we need air conditioning because it's hot during the summer. Not only is it hot, it's humid, very humid. You can see, I mean, this is like 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm already sweating. I reached out to my good friends over at Hybrid Racing and they sent me over an AC kit for a DC Integra. From what I've read online, the DC Integra kit will work on this old CRV. So we picked up that in addition to some slim fans for our S2000 radiator. So we're gonna try to get this stuff installed today, but first we gotta get it opened up. All right, so as I mentioned, we got 2 packages in from Hybrid Racing. I think this is the AC kit just based off the size of the box, and then I think this is gonna be the fans. So let's start with opening up the fans, see what we got here. Got some Hybrid stickers, fans. All right, so we got 12-inch fan, installation hardware, and some more installation hardware. So we got 2 of those, one for each side of the radiator so that it acts as a condenser fan and the radiator fan. All right, and then this is the AC kit for DC Integra, but we're also going to make sure that it's RD1 K-swap. It's kind of crazy. Like, I've had tons of people ask me, you know, whenever they see I'm doing the K-swap, they're like, are you keeping AC? Are you keeping power steering? Are you keeping it all-wheel drive? Yes. Yes, I want it to work and operate and function just like OEM. All right, so the hybrid kit allows you to retain the factory condenser, the dryer, and all that stuff. So we've got a couple lines here that go up to the firewall and also the condenser and all that stuff. So we have all the piping that we'll need here, a relay that we'll need to wire in. Throughout this video, we'll be trying to get all this stuff installed and get it to the point that we can go get this AC charged and be able to drive around in this thing comfortably, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like riding around in the heat. Nope. Makes it a lot more comfortable and enjoyable to ride around in AC, especially when you have children and a wife and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, first things first, we got to get this radiator back out so that we can install the fans on it, and then we also got to pull this compressor off, because this compressor, like I said before, it was just some random compressor I found around here just to be able to put the belt on it and be able to rock and roll. But I've got another compressor right there that we took off of EP3 that works well, so I'm going to use it. And I know it don't have any kind of contamination up in the ports, because you can see how the hoses on that were just sitting there exposed to the elements. Okay, so we were working on getting the lines in. I had taken out the small line here also, because I took both of them out whenever I was putting the motor in. So I had to put the factory small line back in, and then this line here comes with the hybrid kit. It's just a solid piece of aluminum, comes from here out to here. I did have to do quite a bit of bending with it. I just used some adjustable pliers or adjustable wrench here, and my vise, and just made sure I didn't kink it, and kind of just worked it to where it would fit. So we got it to fit, got it bolted up, and it comes out here now. And so now we have to use the other 2 lines that come with the kit. One goes from there down to the compressor, and the other one goes from the compressor out to the condenser. So it's pretty straightforward, and working right through it here. And then as soon as I get these lines in, then I'll work on getting the relay wired in. I got the radiator out so I could put on the slim fans, and once we get the slim fans on, it's crazy because this radiator actually comes in from the bottom, because it's a really tight fit right through here, so just easier to go out the bottom, and so that's how we're going to put it back in. Okay, so remember what I was saying about we got tight quarters here between the radiator and the engine, and being able to put the radiator in from the bottom rather than the top. Right now, if I put the compressor in, it's going to make it so tight that I don't think I could put it in through the bottom, because the gap between the compressor and the radiator mount here is very minimal. It's about that big, just big enough that probably you can't even slip the intake on the radiator through. So I'm going to go ahead and install the slim fans onto the radiator, go ahead and slide it into place, and then I can still do the compressor with the radiator already in place, because I just took that compressor off a minute ago with that radiator still in here. So I know that I can take the compressor on and off. So let me get the slim fans installed on the radiator, and then get the radiator in place, and then we'll continue on with the AC. So whenever I was measuring the radiator, I kind of just put a tape measure between here to make sure that I can put the biggest fan in here that I could possibly put, because I want this thing to stay nice and cool. I don't want to have any issues with overheating, you know, and being off-road, driving it down the road and that kind of stuff. So I went with two 12-inch fans. You can see there's plenty of room on here, and that's how we're going to pretty much set them up, just like that. We got to put the little installation hardware stuff on here and get these babies mounted. So let's put on some time lapse while we do that. Okay, so you can see there we got our fans installed. It didn't take probably 5 minutes to install those. It's pretty quick and simple. But let's go ahead and slip this back up into the CRV, and that way we start mounting our compressor. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a pain in the butt putting this radiator up into here, just because so much stuff is close to the radiator, like the TP, or not the TPS, but the dilator control valve and stuff, super close. And it just, I mean, I guess technically I could take off the throttle body and it would make putting this in a lot simpler, but hey, you know, your boy just knocking it out. I don't want to take off any more stuff than I got to. But anyways, let me see if I can wrap up this a little bit of wiring on these fans, and then we'll be ready to move on to the next one. Sheesh. So anyways, I have successfully got the radiator back in here with the fans on it, as well as the AC kit. It was a little tedious at times to get it in there. A little aggravating, scraped my knuckles up a little bit, but success was achieved. I've still got to switch out the receiver dryer, simply because the system has been open for a while, and it tends to catch any moisture that's in the air in the dryer. So I'm going to go ahead and swap that out with a new one. And then I've also got to wire in the compressor. It's just a single wire. Basically use the existing wire that's over here on this side at the bottom that used to connect to the factory compressor, and you have to run it over here. Outside of that, all I gotta do is add the relay in, and we'll cover that in a minute once I get it outside to where it's actually not on the lift in the way. It's really hard to work inside of the car with it on the lift, having the doors, trying to open them up with the lift, and just, they're all up in the way. So we got the radiator back in with the fans on it, get the fans wired in, and also was able to get these AC lines in. They do fit a little tight, and you do have to kind of twist and that kind of stuff, but make it happen. All right, so as I was saying, the line comes through here. All right, I split a piece of heater hose and put right here just so it doesn't rub on that bolt right there, because it was kind of right there at it, touching it. And it just, it's tight fit, man. It's, you know, Everything on this is tight fit up, especially right up through here, because there's so much stuff over here with the ABS, the battery, the wiring, you know, the charge harness goes through here, the power steering stuff goes through here, and it's just so much right here in this one little space. And you can see, I mean, you could barely even put your hand through there. So anyway, that line comes through here, goes around, connects to the compressor, and then we have this one right here, comes off the compressor, and it comes around and hooks into the condenser right there. So all that fit, no issue at all, no problem. And then we got our fans in. You can see they're tight fit in there, but they do fit. This one does kind of touch that aisle air control valve wiring just a smidge, but I mean, I can still see some light through there. So we'll be just fine with it like that. I mean, it's, like I said, it's touching it, but it's not putting pressure on it. So I think we're good to go on that front. I got to put antifreeze back in here, and it is still very hot out here. Got my fan going in the background, so I apologize if the fan is too loud. I'm trying to do the best I can with my live mic, you know, trying not to make it to where it's overpowering, but yeah, it's hot. Sorry, guys. So let's finish up getting this wrapped back up and see what we can do. All right, so the fan's just kicked on at like 190 degrees. My miles per hour is still off because I haven't installed the wire over to the K Pro yet because it's automatic ECU. See, it went back down to 190 on the ECT, and the fan's kicked off. So I guess as long as we're staying at 190, then I guess we're good to go on temp. I mean, the fans didn't cycle very long. They were probably on a couple minutes and went back off. So let's see if they kick back on here in a second. We'll watch this temp, see what it does. Yeah, this O-ring's leaking. Oh, the fans just kicked back on. 192. So yeah, you can see where that's leaking right down that. So I need to get some new O-rings for the pump and make my mount for this. Power steering will be done. And there you go, it gets back down to 190, turns it off. So good to go on the fans. They don't cycle very long, and it seems to be keeping it cool. Can't ask any more than that. Okay, so now we need to install this relay here on the inside of the truck. It says on the hybrids install guide here that we have to hook the white wire positive, 12 volt positive in the run position. The yellow wire has to go to a ground. Okay, so the blue wire is going to tie into this black wire right here with a red stripe, and then the black wire on our relay is going to tie into this blue with red that's down here. And if you need any more information as far as wire locations and stuff, just use Hybrid's website. That's what I'm going off of right now. Blue wire, black wire. Okay, and then blue wire, black wire, whatever. That's what it says right here on Hybrid's website. See? And we're actually going off of the 0001. See? Blue goes to the black with red. Black goes to the blue with red. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so we finally got the AC working. Yesterday was actually the day I installed everything, and then today I took it up to my buddy's shop who has capacity to charge it and all that stuff, vacuum it down. And I got it charged, but he said that the compressor wouldn't kick on unless you jump the relay. So I got out here and did some troubleshooting. Turns out my blower motor resistor was bad. So whenever, say like the only way the blower would blow is if this thing was at full blast, and it would take it a second to kick on. But now I got a aisle air control valve bad, but you can see as soon as I start it on, it kicks on now. We can turn the AC off, turn the AC on. Man, let me tell you, this thing blows fantastic. So this was not an operating AC system whenever I embarked on this task. So you know, there was some issues I had to find. It had nothing to do with the hybrid kit. but it works perfect, man. This thing feels so nice. And we can see up here, compressor. Yeah, it's dirty right now. Need to clean it up. Got some power steering leaks messing everything up, but we'll fix it. So now that I have everything wired, I need to tidy this up. We'll do that soon. But it was just this resistor right here. It was bad. So replace that and we're good to go, baby. Heck yeah. So, like I said, if you're interested in any of the hybrid racing stuff, man, check out their website. It's hybrid-racing.com and use the discount code Honda Resource for 5% off of your order on hybrid racing. Thank you, guys. See you on the next one. Peace. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Do it. Do it now. Shoot, boy, it sure is nice to cruise with the AC. Get the windows up. Heck yeah. Still got an SRS light on. We got to figure that out. But we got cruise control now too. Check this out. That's it. Bam. Heck yeah, baby. Oh, love it. I love it. All the amenities.